Hello beautiful people, welcome back to my channel. This is Funmibi here again with another tutorial. In today's video we'll be making this easy Ankara bonnet. I'm one of those people that wear bonnets a lot, and that's why it seems as though I like to share a lot of bonnet tutorials, because I just like to share different ways in which you can wear bonnets and still look decent and nice and classy and all of that stuff. So in today's video we'll be making this easy Ankara bonnet that can be made using any type of fabric, well, any type of silky fabric. Okay, I shouldn't say any type of fabric. The inner part of this my Ankara bonnet is made of satin, and you guys will see as we go along in this video. So if you'll be interested in this tutorial, please be sure to watch this video to the end. Also, please like this video. Liking this video is very important to me, and also please subscribe to my YouTube channel if you're yet to subscribe. Alright guys, let's get straight into today's tutorial. Alright friends, so for the purpose of this tutorial, we need two different types of fabric. We need an Ankara fabric and a satin or silk fabric. You also need your scissors and pins. Okay, I like to work with pins. And you guys remember this tutorial where I shared how to draw a full circle. For the purpose of this satin bonnet, I'm going to be using this my circle pattern. If you're yet to see that video, I'll link it somewhere on the screen. So what I have here is my circle folded in two, and I'm cutting it on my satin fabric. My satin fabric is also on fold to give me my full circle. What I'm going to do afterwards is also repeat the same process, cutting my circle on my Ankara fabric. Okay, if you are yet to see the tutorial on how I made this circle that will make making your satin bonnets or whatever type of bonnets you're making easy for you, please refer to the link that I linked earlier on this video. So once I'm done doing this, I'm going to go ahead and then show you guys the next step that we'll be taking in this video. Alright guys, so I have my two circles now, my satin circle and my Ankara circle. I should also state that for your two circles, you can use a satin fabric, okay? I just wanted something with African print in it, all right? So feel free to do whatever, combination that you want. What I also have here is the piece of fabric that is going to serve as the base, should I call it base, or the strap or something like that for my satin bonnet, and it's about 72 inches by about 10 inches, long and wide. I'm going to leave the dimension on the screen for you guys. So what I'm doing here is me just basically pinning my circles together, because we are going to work on this circle right now, and I like to pin circles together just to make working with them very easy, so they don't move around or shift or anything like that. So once I'm done pinning my circles and everything is looking great, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to cut a little piece or a little part of this circle off, just to give us room at the back of this satin bonnet. So I'm going to measure about 3 inches on the base, and then just the way I'm doing right here, right, and then draw a little curve right there just to meet that point that I marked, that 3-inch point that I marked. And once I'm done doing that, I'm going to go ahead to cut that point off from the fabric, just as I'm doing right now on the screen. Alright guys, so once I was done cutting that piece off, I've flipped my circle over, and this is what I have here. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to sew that little curve that we have going on right there. But before I go ahead to sew, I want to pin that point in place properly, so that when I go to my sewing machine, I don't have difficulties placing the circle on each other and trying to sew that curve perfectly. Okay, I always advise people to work with their pins, right? I know some people don't like to work with pins. If you have your fabric clips as well, feel free to do that. Just whatever will help you hold your fabric in place and make sewing easy for you. Please use any of those types of items. So what I'm going now is I'm going to sew on 1/4 of an inch, and this is what I have right here. You can sew between 1/4 of an inch and 1/2 an inch. Just make sure it doesn't exceed 1/2 of an inch. And what I'm doing now is notching that point just to give it ease when I flip it over, because I'm still going to go ahead to flip this fabric over so that the wrong sides will be facing each other, and I will have my right side on the outer part of my work table. So I'm removing the pins that I used to hold my circle in place earlier on, and then once I'm done removing the pins, I'm going to flip my fabric over as shown on your screen. Alright guys, so the next step in this particular tutorial is for us to go ahead to now sew round this circle, okay, starting from that point that we just worked on. That's our little curve that you guys can see right there. We'll sew all around, and we are sewing on half of an inch, okay. But first of all, before we get to that, I'm going to first of all iron this my circle situation, right? I'll go ahead and iron it, and iron that little curve that we have going on right there to make sure that it looks very clean and distinct and all of that. So yeah, I'm going to first of all pin my circle all around, because we are going to sew again, right? I'll pin it all around and then go to my ironing board, iron it, and then we'll come back to the work table to continue from where we stopped. Alright guys, so I'm going to go ahead now to my work table and then iron my circle, and this is what I have here. Once I'm done ironing, I'm now going to sew that my half inch that I spoke about earlier on round my circle, and this is what I have now. So the next step in this particular tutorial is for us to do our running stitches along that line that we just sewed, that half inch line that we sewed right now. We're now going to do running stitches on it just to gather this our bonnet. I've done something like this similar in one of my older satin bonnet tutorial, and that's like my most loved satin bonnet tutorial, because I mean that video has been getting a lot of views of late. And yeah guys, if you've not seen it, I'm going to link it on the screen just in case you're interested in learning that style as well. But what I'm doing here, like I said earlier, is for me to create my running stitches all around my circle and then gather this circle. So what I'm doing is I'm gathering the circle such that it gives me my head circumference. My head circumference is about 22.5 inches, but most times whenever I'm doing stuff for myself, I work with 23 inches just to make my head wear very comfortable on my head without any pain or stress or pressure or anything like that on my head. So I'm working with 23 inches. I'm going to gather this point until the total circumference is 23 inches, and that's exactly what I'm doing here, moving my gathers around until I achieve a desirable measurement on my bonnet. All right guys, so this is what we have here. I'm going to just take an extra step to just measure out what I have and make sure that it's equal to what I'm looking forward to get on my bonnet. So yeah, that's what I'm doing here, just measuring all around my satin bonnet, and once I'm done measuring, we'll move on to the next stage in this particular tutorial. Alright guys, so I noticed that it wasn't enough, so I just went ahead to adjust, and this is it guys. This is the final result. This is a sweet spot for me. This measurement fits my head perfectly. So what I'm doing now is securing that my gathers to make sure that I don't lose it at any point. And once I'm done doing that, I will now move on to the next stage in this tutorial, which is me working on the band of this particular satin bonnet. So with the band, all I'm doing is I'll first of all fold it, right? But yeah, let me first of all bring it. So this is my band right here. So what I'm doing now is looking for how to attach this band to my satin bonnet so it will be easy for me to wear. So what I'm going to first of all start off by doing is to pipe it, and while piping, all I'm doing is ironing. I'm not yet sewing, okay? I'll fold it along the edges just like I'm showing on the screen right now, so please pay attention to what I'm doing. And then once I'm done folding like that, I'm going to fold it that way all the way through and then iron it and then come back to my work table. And this is what I have here. After ironing, this is what my band looks like. So the next thing now is for me to find the midpoint of my band. Just basically fold the band into two and also find the midpoint of my bonnet, okay? I'm going to hold it this way and then look for where the midpoint is. And after I found the midpoint, I went ahead to notch it so I can easily recognize it when I want to attach my band to it. So now after doing this, finding the midpoint of your strap or band, whatever you choose to call it, and finding the midpoint of your satin bonnet, the next thing you want to do is to match them to each other and then sew it all around. But don't worry guys, I'm going to show you how to go about that, okay? I'm here for you, so make sure you pay attention in this particular tutorial. So yeah, this is what I have here, right? So now I'm matching the midpoints to each other, right? I mean, this tutorial as well, it's matching the midpoint and sewing the band on the bonnet is kind of similar to the way I did for the other bonnets that I spoke about that you guys love, the one with the elastic base. The process is kind of similar to each other, so I'm just matching the edge of that my main bonnet to the band. So I'm kind of putting it in between what I ironed, right, the piped piece of fabric. I'm just, sandwiching it in between each other and pinning it in place. Pinning here is very important, and once you're done pinning, you will now take whatever you've pinned to your sewing machine. But yeah, this process requires patience because you want to make sure that you pancake, or why do I keep saying pancake, you sandwich the fabric in between each other really really neatly. And yeah guys, it looks like I finished quickly, but it took me a while. I just didn't show you the entire thing. So once I was done doing the pancaking or sandwiching, whatever you choose to call it, I went ahead to sew all the way through. Sewed from the end of the strap round and then to the other end of the strap, and this is what we have here, guys. This is the finished result. It looks absolutely beautiful, as you guys can see, and you can easily just wear this and look really really cute. Okay, you don't have to wear a satin bonnet and look weird. You can wear a satin bonnet and still look really really cute in it. And yeah guys, this is me just trying on my new satin bonnet. It looks absolutely beautiful. I have just finished filming some videos here, and that's why I have makeup on, and it just made the entire look look really really cute. If you enjoyed watching this tutorial, please don't forget to give me that my big fat thumbs up. Okay, it's very important to me. Also, I'm so close to 5k subscribers, and I'm looking forward to it. Like, I'm so freaking eager. So please guys, if you're watching this tutorial and you're yet to be subscribed to my channel, please 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 subscribe to my channel. Okay, like this video, share with anybody that you think will love this kind of tutorial. And yeah guys, I can't wait to see you in my next one. Bye.